All right, I've got a good indication of what our tuning problems are on this engine. Now, Willie fired it up. I ran around with my laser pyrometer. It's a temperature gauge, and I could shoot it at each of the headers, and I could watch the temperatures rise, except when I came around to number 2, I didn't see the temperature rise. So that's probably our dead cylinder.
Well, he's a cylinder sensei, if you will, so he actually knew and guessed it was number 2.
I could hear the exhaust tone. I'm like, 1, 2, no, I think it's 2.
Now look, if you don't have a pyrometer, another way to do it is just take a bottle, right? Put a little hole in the cap and you can squirt the header. And that way, if it sizzles, you know you got a firing cylinder. If it doesn't, it just runs off the header. You know there's no heat in there, right?
It's just a quick way to kind of get you to the root of the problem, or at least the right direction.
Right, and here's another cool little gadget. Now this is gonna be a plug wire checker. This thing is awesome, right? It has a lot more resistance than say a normal spark plug does inside the cylinder.
Yeah, so what we can do is we'll plug it into number 1, because that one seemed like it was heating up fine. And we'll plug it in number 1, and like you said, it's got a higher resistance in it, because in the cylinder, you can put a good spark plug, a good electrical system that will say like fire outside the cylinder. But once you've got it compressed and you've got air and fuel, you've got extra resistance between the ground and the strap, it might not fire in there. And so just pulling the spark plug out and checking it outside won't necessarily tell you if it's good, especially if it's a misfire versus something completely dead. All right, fire it up. All right, so we've got spark. We know number 1 is good, which we thought, but it shows you what you're looking for. Now let's switch it over to number 2. All right. Yeah, no, I don't see anything. You can turn it off. Now we've confirmed. Yeah. Number 2 is dead. Now, we don't know exactly what. Could be the plug, the wire, the coil.
Okay.
And what we can do is start swapping like a plug wire from a good cylinder to the bad cylinder and kind of figure out which one of those it is. Okay. But you know what? We've got good friends at AC Delco. We like Andre a lot, so we're going to hook him up with a lot of stuff. So let's get some parts, let's get some tools. We'll start cleaning house.
All right, so Kev's out doing a parts run. I'm pulling the rest of these coils off. We're gonna get this LS1 firing the way it did right from the factory. We got all kinds of great OE replacement parts. See, AC Delco was the OE guys for General Motors. So anytime you got an LS1, any sort of General Motors platform, you got AC Delco stuff on it, and you come with a big box of goodies.
I do, man, but 2 coils, that's it?
Well, I had some other tricks I'm gonna show you too. It's pretty cool.
All right. You better step it up. We got wires, man. We got new plugs right here. Yep, and we got all 8 coils. So we are ready to get this sucker back to original from the factory performance. Oh, if I don't spill them. Yeah. There we go. All right. So explain to me what you were doing that you weren't doing what I thought you were doing.
Yeah. I'll show you what I was doing. So I found all these factory wires, and this is inductive. Let me show you why. A lot of wires would just be one little piece, right?
Yeah.
Well, these things, I cut some of the insulation off. This is the original insulation. Inside that was some more insulation. Yeah. All right, but check out this, right? So you're sitting here on this wire. You see this inductive? It's just rolled wire. Look at that.
It's like a sweater.
It's like a cartoon on a sweater. Watch it disappear, watch it disappear, watch it disappear.
Cool.
That's
a little bit of trivia for you guys at home. Yeah, what you thought was a little spark plug wire was a really long spark plug wire.
Yeah, right?
Cool. We got spark plugs too. Now these are AC Delco, same thing, the OE spec'd out plug. It's got a copper core. We're making a lot of performance, a lot of heat, so that copper is going to wick the heat out of the plug. Right. It's got the perfect heat range for the engineered, design. Plus, it's a double platinum. It's going to last. It's going to, resist to all the erosion and whatnot in there. And of course, we got the new coils. So, since we're done playing around, we'll tag team this thing and we'll get it all finished off in no time. See if we've got rid of that dead cylinder.
Exactly.
All right, let's get on it, man. Yeah, that sounds good, Willie, man. That thing is smooth as could be. All right, we got rid of our dead cylinder. The engine part's running great. We're ready to go hit the street.